The dam seems to be one stretch of a hand away now. I must make haste. I doubt the Aurora will be able to wait for long.
Hello everyone, Shadefire here, and welcome back to Let's Play Metro Exodus. This is episode 23, and that was a really short chapter intro, or not chapter, but section intro. So last time we snuck through even more of the pirates, we met the Admiral, living all by himself, and now we are in a tunnel that does not allow us to use our flashlight, full of spider bugs. And I don't remember which way I was going last time, so I think it's through here, right? So hopefully we can get out of this tunnel pretty quick, because it sucks. Also, something that is fairly shitty that I found out. So you do lose your night vision after you lose your bag at the start of this chapter. However, you don't get it back. You have to pick up a new one at the start of the chapter, which I didn't do, so now it's just lost for the rest of the game, and I have to go without night vision. Because there's no other opportunity to get it, apparently. So hopefully there's not too much darkness left in the game. I mean, it's not like we really need it. We do have a flashlight and a lighter. Oh. I think we're out of the no flashlight zone. Alright, so I can crawl through there, but this door is locked. It's funny that there's a whole animation for opening it if it tells you from the start that you can't open it. Alright, well we have the extra bright flashlight, which I would hope kills these bugs faster. Also probably going to need some chems pretty bad, because again, I have like 2 seconds of filter left. Okay, this is gonna suck. There's so many of them in this room. This is where I'm gonna have to use some of my fire weapons. Thin their numbers. This light actually seems to work pretty well against them, though. Like, I seem to have already cleared out most of them. I still hear a few skittering around. So let's not spend too long in here. Nope, probably gonna need that. So it seems like this tunnel is actually leading into the dam itself, because that's where we seem to be now. I guess that means we should find the Aurora soon. Alright, well, convenient that the gas was sitting right next to it. Oh no, I guess it wasn't. Alright, so we need to find gas. Which is probably in this room, honestly. It doesn't seem like they're usually that far away. Nothing I can start here. Taking a quick glance for any gas over here. It is kind of funny that we see all of these webs with the mini spiders in it, but you never see anything actually in the webs. No post-apocalyptic insects or anything, so it's like, what are they actually eating? Okay, I'm not seeing any gas down here. So we might need to go upstairs and find some, come back down. It's a little finicky too when it actually lets you burn the webs. Like this one, I don't know where the burn spot is. Alright, so this door probably needs power. Oh, there's some gas right there. Of course, that gas would not actually be any good realistically because of the way that gasoline degrades. From what I understand, gas kind of breaks down after about a year into a mostly unusable state. Diesel takes longer, but does the same thing over time, meaning that in a post-apocalypse, most of this would be no good after the first few years. Something that a lot of post-apocalyptic writers don't take into account. Let's give the flashlight a couple cranks here, keep it going. Hopefully this should get the lights on. I will say that the spider bugs in this game have definitely not felt particularly threatening at any time. Like, yeah, I died to them like once or twice in that boat, but they're kind of just more annoying than threatening. Alright, I can probably switch back to regular bolts now. Is this really not a journal I can pick up? It looks like it should be. Alright, we got a workbench here. It's been a while since we've had one of these. Alright, ammo I'm good on. Oh, I do have a minute of filter left. I guess I must have made one after the Admiral. Should probably make some med kits. Oh, the crossbow's pretty dirty. And my gas mask is a little busted, so let's give it a touch up. Okay, good. I was gonna say, do I have to switch out the bulb for the mask? So I think I'm gonna switch to the extended filter. Since I haven't really had to deal with much of my gas mask getting broken, nor do I think the 2 points of armor make that much of a big deal. So, keep it like that. Oh yeah, so I guess this crossbow is just called the Helsing, even though it very distinctly does not have the, big cylinder of bolts. It's also funny that they literally just named a weapon after the movie Van Helsing because of the, rapid-fire gas crossbow in that movie. Though it was pretty sweet, so I can see why. Alright, so I have the short barrel and suppressor. I'm going to switch back to the long barrel because we don't need a stealth. I think everything else is good. I'm still annoyed that I lost my 8-shot cylinder. That also means I probably lost all my sweet shotgun mods. like the magazine. I didn't make any medkits, but that I can just do at any time. Is that the bear? No, I can't. The camera mode is a little weird when it comes to like objects. You kind of get stuck on some of them. And then other ones it just lets you clip into. There's a couple bodies here. Ladder leading up. Door we can't open. I wonder if this is what happened to Lyuda's group. I still don't know how to pronounce that name properly, but I'm just gonna keep saying it the way I have been for consistency. Because it said they were trying to get out this way, so maybe they went through this tunnel and this is where they died. Because they couldn't find the ladder. Alright, Alyosha. Alright, don't think we can go this way. Alright, back out in the sunshine.
Come get some! Artyom? Damn, you're alive! I'm so glad to see you. And I just managed to get in contact with the Aurora. They are worried. And I get that. This place isn't as simple as it first seemed. Come. I'll show you.
Yeah, so I guess we weren't in the dam
Let's
yet.
go, Artyom.
We were just in some kind of tunnel. Also, this looks very much like the area where that first trailer for this was.
Hear the counter react? There's a hell of a lot of radioactive sediment behind that concrete. And soon, it'll bring an end to this valley. Because the dam barely holds. Use your binoculars if you don't believe me.
I mean, I saw the hole in it already.
We can't stay here. Nobody can, really.
Yeah, so presumably that's why the radiation's been spreading into the valley.
Those kids built it, back when there wasn't as much seepage. That's where we need to go.
I don't know why it won't let me do
The old man
photo
said
mode
the
here.
Aurora will soon be on the dam.
I wanted to get a picture of him up on this helicopter. Oh, I'm sliding downhill.
It seems that Anna is not doing too good. We'll know more soon. Come on, Artyom. Damn, that is a lot of dirt.
No, no photo mode allowed.
Man, I gotta tell you, I met this awesome girl here. She's drop dead gorgeous.
Now, do you want to backtrack to the rest of the level? Because here's your chance, I guess. Think Olga's still there? Seems like I can't really dig around in any of these buildings.
So now I have this thought stuck in my head. I hope Olga persuades all those guys to leave. And leaves herself.
It was a mistake. We shouldn't have left. I should have stayed with Roman, then I could still hope there was real life out there, behind the dam, and the guys would be alive. Now I know what's out there. It's a sea, endless, of radioactive water. All the pus of this gangrenous world is gathered there to one day flood the tiny sandbox that was our universe for so many years. The dam won't last long. The reservoir used to be much smaller, and now I walked for a week and didn't see the end of it. If you find this letter, please tell the others in the valley. Then again, what's the point? It's not like there's anywhere they could go. Everything is coming to an end, just like the gas in my lamp. I don't want the spiders to get me. The whole thing seems so stupid now. Alex, I'm sorry. Yeah, so this is probably Alyosha himself. Here. It's getting real dark again. Relax. Catch up in a second. Some pretty good stuff you've got here.
I don't like this feeling, Artyom.
Alright, well that's one of them too. I mean, there's a lot of ammo in these boxes. Alright, let's catch up to Alyosha. Well, that bridge is not going to hold.
This bridge has seen better days.
There was no avoiding the cutscene trigger. I tried to sprint across.
You alive there? Huh? What the hell? Artyom, get out!
I think the bear is after revenge. It sounds like Alyosha got clawed. Alright, so we're gonna fight the bear in another church, but now it's on fire. Ow. It somehow looks worse than it did before. I guess it's missing an eye now. Unfortunately, I also don't have medkits again for fighting this guy. Alright, I don't think these shitty shacks are going to keep it from hitting me. Probably where the crossbow bolts would come in handy. Again, I don't know how effective these are being, but this is our time to actually kill this thing. Funny that hiding the UI does not get rid of the blood. Oh, now it does. I just had to move away from my head. They're pretty tough bear. Have have any grenades? No, I don't. Well, that's my last med kit. I thought I just died there and it was giving me like a cutscene death. But I guess they had to make a dramatic cutscene death instead of just it falling over.
Well, Artyom, help me here. Let's restore this line's tension. We're done. Olga!
I told you people, they just needed passage.
Are you sure you're not coming?
I'm sorry, Alyosha. I can't just up and live like this. No matter how much I like you.
In this case, I bid you farewell, my fair lady. Ah, to hell with it. Olga, I'll be back.
I'll be waiting.
Everyone's looking to find love on this voyage.
Artyom, let's go. Olga! Remember what I told you! Get them out of the valley!
I like that he was yelling from like 3 feet next to her.
I just hope she convinces them! They are stubborn like children, I guess! Even though they look like these, those pioneers, huh? Ah, she'll handle them all right!
You know, I kind of thought we'd have to actually do something at the dam.
Arda is in bad shape. We must move. Time is short. Neither the air nor the drugs we found along the way are of any help now. The illness has progressed too far. Come.
All right, time to find some medication. Experimental medication from before the war.
We all remained silent while the Aurora was running along the poison sea held at bay by the dam. We believed we'd be back. Now, having seen the sword of Damocles hanging over the valley, we knew it was not meant to be. Alyosha is especially worried. His Olga is there. Perhaps he will be able to warn her via radio and save the people there. What happens next? I have no idea. I am ready for anything. Anything but one thing. Anna, please, hold on. Without you, I have nothing to live for, nothing to dream about. Doubly so, since if not for that dream of mine, you'd be all right now.
And I have no idea what to expect either, because they kind of showed off all of the areas we've been to. Well, not all of them, but the desert, the forest, and a bit of the Volga, though I think they showed the least of that. So at this point, I don't know what other environments they're going to be. I don't know where we're going.
Artyom, you know when I found this photo of the Pacific Ocean, I just knew for some reason that we were going to go there in the end. All these rivers, mountains, deserts, they just won't do. It's ocean or bust. I believed we could make it. I did.
Just promise me you'll bury me on a beach.
No, I'll get there. And if I need some help, you'll be there for me. You'll save me again, won't you?
Well, I take it if we got the bad ending, she would just
Artyom,
die.
Please, stop torturing yourself. It hurts to even look at you. You and Dad, too. It's not your dream, and not his belief in the occupying forces. It's just fate. A stupid piece of cloth in the wind, rotten concrete, an idiotic ammo dump.
Artyom, you should go. I'll give her a shot. Let her sleep a bit.
Well, I guess she's not going to have much to say to us this time.
Come with me, bratucha. There are things to discuss. Hey! Leave your work for the moment! Come to the bridge!
I haven't really seen Crest in a while. What the hell does that sound? That looks like some kind of coil. Is he making a railgun there?
I'm afraid.
Afraid? What of?
This, I have this cough. What if it's like Aunt Anna's?
Don't worry, Nastya. You didn't breathe any gas after all. It's just a cold. We'll fix it in no time.
And Aunt Anna?
We'll fix her too. As soon as we find the medicine, she'll start getting better.
Hopefully.
For real?
You have my word.
I hear a
So
Geiger
don't you
counter
worry.
ticking too.
Alright, I won't. My mom says the sparkles
Don't worry,
always
Artyom.
keep their word.
Everything will be okay. Anna's strong.
Indeed.
Olga, Alyosha here. I'm online as promised. I hope you can hear me. We did examine the dam and reservoir. You have to leave the valley as soon as possible. At least before the rainy season starts. The dam is barely holding, and if it gives, the valley will be washed away, and everything that remains will be deadly. Leave tomorrow, or even better, yesterday.
It's very muted in here as well. Dark and
Talk to
gloomy.
the other girls. Get them to raise the issue at the council session. Even the pirates will have to obey if it passes. Just leave me a note so that I know which end of the world to follow you to once I'm back. With this, I have to bid you farewell. At
We
least
must have a
until
pretty
tomorrow.
powerful transmitter on this train.
The radio's in the church, after all. But with Olga, even Satan himself wouldn't stop her. Much less a stupid debut.
We're just going through like gloomy forests now.
How is she? Well,
We have news,
start.
and it seems to be bad.
We haven't had any other variety in a long time. So no
Take
wonder.
a seat, bratucha. Boy, this conversation is not gonna be simple, I think.
Until today, we thought that this shot of Novosibirsk was a simple error.
What's
We
up
were
with
wrong.
it?
The legend says irradiated zones are highlighted in shades of green, while purple highlights indicate errors. Today, though, I found some small print. The thing is, radiation levels way outside of normal operational range of the scanner are also marked as errors. Simply put, the radiation there may well be completely off the scale. We're about 500 clicks from Novosibirsk, and the radiation outside is almost as high as back in Moscow.
They presumably nuked the shit out of it,
The radiation can't be quite
because
as high
again,
now, but still,
there were military bases there.
Novosibirsk is most probably.
So what do we do now?
I'll tell you what we do. Artyom and I will go.
This is not
All
the
right.
older way. We go together.
Now,
Sir,
please. She is my daughter, his wife. My paranoia about the occupation forces drove her into that damned bunker. And Artyom with his dream. He dragged us out of Moscow. So we too are to blame.
Still, we are the Order. We are one crew and we should all act accordingly. We should all go.
Discussion is closed. This is not an Order mission. It is a personal errand, mine and Artyom's. We don't need any help. Second, we don't know the exact location of the medicine. It might be in the city
And hopefully it is
center,
not
or
radioactive like everything else.
So Anna's life might well end up in your hands too. Third and last, wherever we might go, winter is coming. And getting the Aurora stuck in snow is what?
That's something we can't allow.
Do you remember what Yermak said? Remind them,
Huge railway technology museum at the city outskirts. We'll almost certainly find a snowplow for the Aurora there.
Nowhere else in the world could you find a snowplow or build one.
Them Gorodok labs and prepare Aurora for the winter. Crew, get ready for the mission. Also, we are starting constant radiation level monitoring outside. Effective immediately. Sam, you're first.
Shouldn't they be more worried about that, considering it's not like the Aurora is very shielded?
There are actually good news for us.
You mean there was nobody left to rob the drugstores and hospitals?
Exactly. Unlike the towns we've been to.
Probably going to be a lot of shitty mutants, though.
Colonel, sir. An update on the suits.
Yes, what's the situation?
I managed to assemble only 2 complete ones.
You see, they're for Artyom and me. It's fate, that's what it is. Will they help?
Well, they'll protect you from dust. But even the direct radiation there is so high, it could...
I hope you saw that bush that just clipped through the side of the wall.
Sure, Yermak does have some lead sheets in store, but the suits are rather bulky and heavy as it is.
We aren't exactly attending a dance party there. How much time will it give us?
A couple of hours. Not enough, I think.
And for me, about 1 minute and 2 seconds.
Nothing. Don't worry.
Because that's all the filters I have left.
Always have.
I'll add some lead shielding to the car's cabin. Try to stay inside for as long as you can out there.
Wait, did we...
Get on it then.
Did we fish the...
Yes, Colonel, sir.
rail car out of the water? You got anything for me, Tokarev?
Still, I can't help worrying. It's such a huge risk. So many good people died from radiation exposure in Hansa's railway crews. But Moscow had nothing on the radiation levels they're going to face.
Nah, these people don't really care about risks. You know them well enough. Hey, tell me about that museum. When did you learn about it?
I was always a railroad fan, even when working in the metro. We had this experimental facility near Moscow where they tested all kinds of railway stuff. And lots of engines and cars ended up there, so they decided to make a museum. But only found a good spot in Novosibirsk.
Wow! It's not that close, I'd say.
Yes, not at all close. But they still got everything there, including the most curious engines from all over the country. And some 15 years before the war, the museum was opened.
So we can just straight up upgrade the Aurora with prototype
But why are you
engines.
so sure there's a snowplow there?
I know it, because they transported it there from Moscow. Ha! It's a great specimen. You'll like it for sure.
We're gonna turn this thing into a Snowpiercer.
Yeah, I'm quite sure about that. Well, I guess I'll go. Tokarev might need some help there.
Yes, he might.
Alright, so Novosibirsk.
Anna isn't giving up. She believes in me, believes in us, and for a good reason. Thousands of kilometers of track behind us. We are finally approaching Novosibirsk, a dead city concealing her hope for life, the medicine that could save her, somewhere in its cold, irradiated heart. A year ago, we left the poisoned ruins of Moscow, and now we are about to enter another city stiff in the murderous embrace of winter and radiation. Will we ever find somewhere to live on the surface? Maybe. But for now, we're returning back into the bowels of Metro. Back to Savannah.
Interesting that this is also called the Dead City, considering that's a level, or 2 levels, from Metro 2033, though they were combined into one in the Redux version. So yeah, I guess we're gonna go into the Metro underneath Novosibirsk. And I don't know, like, is this the last level?
What do you know? We're here. Novosibirsk. I sure hope this time it's not another bunch of nuts.
The bridges are undamaged, and the radiation's climbing like crazy. I think there'll be no nutcases this time.
You know, it was cool seeing all these other environments in this game, instead of just the snowy kind of surface from the first 2, but the snow does look really good in this game.
8 times higher than in Moscow and still climbing, Colonel. I think we better not stay outside for too long here.
Kind of hoping it would give me some filters.
Are you ready, Artyom? Follow me.
Good luck. You can rely on us.
Alright, so next time we'll be heading into the Dead City and see if we can find those drugs. But until then, I've been Shadefire, this is Metro Exodus, and I hope you'll join me as our journey starts to wind down and we see if we can save Anna's life. Take care, everyone.